my name is Carolyn Evans. I'm currently living with incurable neuroendocrine tumours, which I've been living with for a considerable amount of time now. I am still working. I work as a medical secretary within the health service. Don't get a lot of spare time. My job keeps me very busy, but when I do, I like to look after my 3 little granddaughters. And during normal times, I really enjoy traveling and going to things like live music events. It's hard to actually say when I first experienced my first symptoms of this neuroendocrine cancer, because I had actually been living with irritable bowel type symptoms for many years. And things came to a head after I'd gone through a particularly stressful time in my life when my symptoms seemed to get a lot worse. What happened was I would get these intermittent attacks which would come on very quickly, no warning. I would have really bad abdominal pains accompanied with diarrhea, extreme bloating, and a wave of tiredness that would come over me where I just literally had to lay down. I couldn't do anything. I found it really difficult to cope. The attacks would come on. I would literally be bent double in pain, and they got worse and worse. So I did consult with probably about 7 different GPs during this time, and they just kept putting my symptoms down to, as I said before, IBS, stress. I remember one doctor saying to me, "Oh, what stressed you out this time?" Another doctor took one look at the state of my swollen stomach and said, "Well, haven't you ever considered that you could be pregnant?" And so it went on. This, as I say, went on for many years, but the last attack I had was very bad. I was literally bent double in pain. Went to see a doctor at the emergency surgery. She was very dismissive of me, even though I couldn't even stand up straight. She just gave me some more painkillers and sent me on my way. So what happened after that was I was so deflated. I didn't know what to do, didn't know who to turn to. Went back to work, and within a couple of days, my boss where I worked, she took one look at me and she said, "I'm taking you to hospital." So, and that's what happened. That was probably the start of it all, the start of my getting myself diagnosed. And I packed up my things. She took me to my local A&E. That's where I stayed for several hours while they pushed and prodded and looked at me, and completely baffled, didn't know what was the matter with me. Once I'd got my diagnosis, it was really scary, really frightening. At no point had I even considered that I might have cancer. At no point had anyone ever suggested anything like that. Because everyone was very dismissive, I actually thought I probably had something quite minor. I didn't honestly believe I had something as serious as cancer. And when I was given that news, I was in complete shock. I was completely dumbfounded. I had very little support after I was diagnosed. This was at my local hospital. No support whatsoever, because they just literally didn't know what to do with me. I have found a lot of support since that time through actually consulting with a team of people who just deal with this type of cancer. I found there was a lot of help and support. They recommended a support group for me, which actually at the time, it was an online group, but it was a very small group because there weren't that many of us patients scattered around. But over the years, that grew and grew. It changed its name, hundreds and now thousands of members. And there's like an online forum, so you can chat to other patients. They organise regular meetings. For me, the best thing that I've got is I have got the most brilliant team behind me. I have so much confidence in them. And I think that is a main thing for me, is to know that I've got that confidence in my team. I don't even have to stop and question what they're recommending or asking me or telling me I should do, because I know that they are the experts.